Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Mazda MX5 Rookie Edition with the rookie setup at Tsukuba for the full layout track guide. Everything as standard, everything run as defaults. If you are new to the channel, what we do is we do a hot lap from the cockpit, then we do a breakdown lap where I slow it all down, show you my braking markers, stuff like that. Then we go back to chase cam for a hot lap, and then a final time from the cockpit with the driving line on for those of you that like to use it. Any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks for your support. Right, let's start the lap. And over and across the line in a 102.293. Alright, let's do the breakdown lap. Okay, let's do the breakdown lap. So we're in third gear along the left hand side. The first thing that we're looking for is the thick, i.e. non-see-through railing on the left-hand side. So as we get up to that, I'm going to start pointing towards the right-hand side of the marshal's post. But that's going to be my first braking zone. So I'm now pointing just to the right-hand side of the marshal's post. I'm still in third gear, but just as I get alongside that, I'm going to go onto the brakes really hard, almost up to full braking. And then I'm going to trail it off, drop it down to second. I'm just having to straighten the car up a little bit with a little bit of left hand down to first at the apex, and then I'm going to build straight back up on the throttle, not going full throttle straight away until I'm away from the apex and I know that I can make the corner. Straighten the car up, head over to the left hand side. Now we're going to try and go over these curbings to make it as straight as possible here, and now my cat's crying, sorry about that. Up to third gear, and the next braking marker is just going to be after that mud on the right hand side, as you can see there. So I'm going to run straight over that, and just once I get back onto the grassy bit rather than the mud, then again we're going to be braking really quite hard up to turn 4 in a straight line up to 96%, drop it down to second gear, and again we're just trailing it off all the way down to the apex. Once we're ready to get back on the gas, down to first gear, make the turn, and again, not going instantly onto 100% throttle until I'm coming away from the apex, and let my car drift out, back over to the left-hand side, just a big lift here. So as we get to the turn, we're just going to do a big lift down to about 25% or so, and get straight back on so that as we're at the apex, we can go 100% throttle. Try and keep left up to third gear here. Now what we're looking for is just the end of this AstroTurf or whatever it is, the green tarmac. As we get there, again, same as always, going to brake really quite hard in a straight line, only up to about 90% though this time, and keeping it in second gear, or dropping it down to second gear, sorry, down to first at the apex, and again, just building back up. It's the key in the MX5 to get good control of the car. My wife has now taken the cat away, you will be pleased to know. Up to third gear. Now, for this corner, you could change up to fourth now, but I found that I preferred leaving it in third and actually letting the engine braking help me out to get round the corner. So instead of braking harder, I'm just leaving it in third gear. My turning marker is going to be that blue bale just ahead of us on the left-hand side. So as we get there, starting to turn, once we get onto the road about halfway across, little dab of brakes up to about 50%, and then as you can see, I'm just balancing the car. We're on the throttle, turning with the throttle. No more brake, and now back up to 100%. Straighten her up, across the line. 102.292. I did quite a few laps. That was definitely my fastest, and it should be competitive this week. Next up, it is the chase cam at full speed. All right, for those brave enough to still be here you go. Quite a slippy inside curve there, so I didn't really want to get too far onto it. These ones are fine. And again, the inside curve here at 4 on the left-hand side, quite slippy, trying to stay off it as best as possible, just using it for a tiny bit of rotation. Back over to the left-hand side, we're really cutting that here on 5. Trying to stay as tight to the left as we can, keep the track as short as possible. Again, this is another slippy inside corner, so just staying on the asphalt. Right, one final time coming up from the cockpit with the driving line on. Okay, here we go. As always, thanks again for watching, thanks for your support, really does mean a lot. I've been Sambo iRacing, and I'll see you guys in the week. Cheers.